Every single person has chains on them. They may not be physical chains like Peter had, that are made of iron or steel. But every single person on planet Earth is chained up in some way or somehow, and Jesus is the only one that can set you free. He can break every chain that binds us. Some people feel that they are chained and they are not getting out of their chains. They're not. The chains are so tight, they are so thick, they feel that they are so lost that there is no hope for their life. Now, a lot of people feel that way. And maybe it's because they have a certain problem. Maybe they're bound by alcohol. Maybe it's an unforgiveness problem. Maybe somebody hurt you, a parent or an old boyfriend or whatever, and you just can't let it go. Maybe it's a problem, a bondage to certain drugs and whatever. You have chains on your life and it feels like you will never get free from them. And you seem hopeless. It doesn't matter how tight they are. It doesn't matter, how long that you've been living that way. It doesn't matter how hopeless you may feel in your life. Jesus can set you free. And so the question is today, do you want to be set free? Because Jesus is the chain breaker. He can break any chains. He can set anyone free. Some people don't want to be set free. They like their sin. They like what they're involved in, and they're not looking for freedom. But if you're here today, you want to be free. You want these chains that are binding you to be set free. You want to be delivered. I'm here to tell you, Jesus can do it to you today.
Life is not easy at all. There's going to be challenges. You're gonna get beat down. That's the way life is.
You sort of put a mask on your face and you go home and lay in your bed when no one's looking at you, when you don't have to impress anybody and you're yourself. And fear comes in. Maybe you don't know for sure what's going to be happening in the future and it scares you. Just that fear paralyzes you. And I just want to ask you today, do you think you have hope?
At some point, everything's going to go south on you. Everything's going to go south, and you're going to say, this is it. This is how I end. Now, you can either accept that, or you can get to work. That's all it is. You just begin. You do the math. You solve one problem, and you solve the next one.
And it doesn't matter how you get knocked down in life, because that's going to happen. All that matters is that you got to get up.
You have to get up.
Whatever experience you're having right now, it has not come to stay. It has come to pass. Sometimes you have to just back up and go within yourself and pray and meditate and recharge your batteries. Go away, clear your head, and then come back and look at it from a different vantage point. Don't operate while you're under the spell or the effect of what's going on. Don't allow your emotions to control you. We are emotional, but you want to begin to discipline your emotion. If you don't discipline and contain your emotions, they will use you. You don't have to force yourself or motivate yourself to think negatively, to be depressed, to beat yourself up over the head, to feel loaded with guilt. You don't have to make any effort to do that. Your mind is on automatic. It will do that by itself. But if you want to begin to move into your own personal greatness, you've got to be willing to go against the tide. You've got to be willing to harness your will and say, in spite of this, I'm in control here. I'm not going to let this get me down. I'm not going to let this destroy me. I'm coming back.
You ask me, bro, what do you want? Man, I want to be diamond. Tell me something I don't know. Everybody wants it. But the raw reality of it is, everybody don't get it. And the crazy thing is, if you want it, you can sacrifice. It's a matter of dedication. It's a matter of commitment.
The difference is not the genetic code, the potential. It's a guy that's willing to get knocked down, finally tested on fortitude, stand back up, the perseverance to see it through, the never say die attitude.
We know the battle ahead. We know the journey ahead is going to get tough. We know we're gonna face obstacles. We know it's gonna be some discomfort. We know they're gonna
Cry to give up, cry to keep going. Don't cry to quit. You already in pain, you already hurt. Get a reward from it. At the end of pain is success. You're not gonna die because you're feeling a little pain.
You tell yourself, I won't give up. When that depression hits you, come out of nowhere, you tell yourself, I won't give up.
There's no guarantee that because somebody is now down on their luck, they can never come back. Who can guarantee that you can't make it? That you can't have your dream? Who can guarantee that you can't do what you want to do? No one can do that. No one can predict that. You don't know what the possibilities are for your life.
Because if you're willing to go through all the battling you got to go through to get to where you want to get, who's got the right to stop you? It's your right to listen to your gut. It ain't nobody's right to say no. After you earn the right to be where you want to be, to do what you want to do.
All we need to do is we look at our dreams as we get ready to hit the floor. I am blessed and highly favored.
I don't care if you sick, I don't care what you're going through. If you not dead, he ain't through with you. He's you alive. You can still make it happen. As long as that breath in your nostrils, boo, you still in the game. You still can win. Now get your butt up.
On me. I'm so free, I got no chains on me. Nappy hair, no shame on me. I'm so free, I got no chains on me. I'm so free, I got no chains on me. I'm so free, I got no chains on me. I'm so free, I got no chains on me. Yo, whoever said that you'll be nothing, you gotta fight off them demons. They can talk but they don't mean nothing. You gotta show them what's the meaning. You gotta keep on dreaming. You gotta keep on believing. You gotta keep on dreaming. You gotta keep on believing. Shackles on my feet, oh, they won't let me be. Won't you set me free? Pray this song on me. Pray this hold on. Let me go. Let me go. I've been going through so much, I swear these people let my throat. That's on me, that's on mama.
There is power in the name of Jesus to break every chain, break every chain, break every chain.
If you need freedom, save it. He's a prison shaking savior. If you got chains, he's a chain breaker. So won't you break free, won't you break free? Get up and dance in his love. So won't you break free, won't you break free? Get up and dance in his love.
To break every chain, break every chain, break every chain. Woo! To break every chain, break every chain, break every chain. There is power, come on, in the name of Jesus. Come on, you declare it. There is power in the name of Jesus. There is power, there is power. We know where it is to break every chain, break every chain. Come on, say it to me. Break every chain, break every chain, break every chain. There's an army rising up. There's an army.